Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. So, in this video, I'm going to basically go down a trail through there. Just found it, and it's going to be a little loop through the trees into the open countryside. I'm going to test this trusty Triumph a little bit more in different conditions. Great bike. At one point, I will do a full 3-year review, both on-road and off-road sort of capability. But I thought I'd go and give it a little spin through the woods and well, see what it's like. Catch you on the other side. Tell on now. RevelatorAlf. Right, here we go. Bit of a lip here. Wow. Oh, this is cool. Do love going through the woods. This is actually quite a hard trail here, so nothing really too taxing. Couple of horse jumps there, looks like. That's a little tree root. I mean, you're not going to believe this, but we actually had torrential rain last night in this area, and at about midnight it was absolutely chucking it down. But it seems to have all soaked it up here, so not bad at all. Oh, they've cut all that away there. They've yeah, planting new trees. Well, there you go, look. All very nice. Look. I always love going through the forest, and you see something new every day, or a new sort of feature. It's amazing. I mean, if you do a lot of forest riding, you kind of know what I mean. You know, they do change a lot throughout the seasons, that's for sure. And here on the Triumph, there's a big old Triumph, you know, and a lot of people say these are too heavy, and they are too heavy for off-road riding, but not this kind of off-road riding. It's only when it's really sort of challenging technical, where you have to really manhandle a bike. That's where like a 250, 450, you know, off-roader or dual sport sort of off-road capable bike, you know, would be a lot much better, or certainly suited to it. This kind of thing is you know, absolutely fine. So what we'll do, go down here. Ooh, a little bit of a dip. I think come out here. I think I can see the exit here. It goes into the open countryside. Little footpath. Okay, so I can go that way or that way. I think this will follow my nose this way. It'll take me on a little loop. Kind of gravel track. Look at this, beautiful open countryside here. Very nice. And again, I mean, this kind of off-road riding, this is perfectly suited to this kind of bike. Well, actually, you know, my ethos has always been any bike, anywhere, anytime. You know, so you know, if the track is flat, hard, and compact, then any bike can ride on this. And you know, a lot of people get you know, hung up on this kind of off-road capable bike, and you know, if you want to go into serious off-road, then you have to have a serious off-road machine. To a certain degree that is true, but it really depends on how serious off-road and how serious of a machine do you need it to be. Let's not forget that people are riding very small bikes, even mopeds, all over the world, off-road. You know, off-road in tracks like this, or even, you know, in seriously, you know, rutted stuff, muddy stuff, you know, big holes everywhere, and they ride them every day like a daily commuter. So, you know, to say that you've got to have a really off-road, like a 250cc 2-stroke motocrosser bike just to go riding off-road is a bit of a nonsense, really. It depends on what kind of off-road riding you're talking about. Now, for the most part, if you kind of stick to off-road trails, single-track trails, that anything that is just relatively hard and compact, especially if it's dry, then any bike really, to a certain degree, would be able to do it. And this, you know, this kind of trail riding, if you like track riding, well, this is perfect for this kind of bike. You know, no problems at all. So basically I've just done one big loop here, look at that. No problem. And maybe this is just a farm track here. And then it goes onto the other byway through the trees again. So what we'll do... So it's weird, you've got you've actually got a little network here of byways crossing over restricted byways, crossing over footpaths and stuff, so it's very odd. So what it will do, just go through, as I say, you know, it's really, you know, this kind of trail is, you know, absolutely perfect for this kind of off-road riding bike, this big adventure bike. And the great thing about adventure bikes is that they are a good all-round machine, you know, for this kind of off-road riding. But also, you know, they're good on the road and they're good for a tour, you know, so all in all, they're the perfect machine if you want something that's going to get you out into the countryside, it's going to get you out into the sticks a little bit, and you can enjoy, you know, enjoy yourself a little bit. Right, let's go up here, do one big... okay. So the one thing, you know, you do have to watch out for on these bikes is the weight, and how the weight affects the ride. And you know, if you get deflected, then let's say the front tire gets deflected, or you hit a rut or something, or it just locks you off balance. The problem with the big heavy bikes is that they're so heavy to recover. So let's say if you find yourself, you're leaning the bike over, you know, to past a certain point, you may not be able just to lift it back up into the upright position. So what you end up doing, you end up modifying the way you're riding, so you never have, or you very rarely put yourself into that position, you know, where you're having to recover the bike. So, you know, as I say, you know, the best, whilst you can ride off-road, and you ride off-road and do everything, you know, the best tracks to ride off-road are these kind of things, where it's flat, hard and compact, and you know, the bike is you know, flat beneath you, and it's, you know, it's working to its benefit. You can go over steps, you can go over small rocks and all that kind of stuff, but I say, as long as you're not being deflected left or right, and you're not having to recover because the weight of the bike will sort of throw you off, then you're absolutely fine. Lots of low-hanging branches here. I am stood up on the pegs, but I really think sometimes you just need to dip down, all the way down. There you go. It's one of those things, you know, the low-hanging branches, you really have to make sure you are ducked down just in case there's something more solid there, and just doink yourself on the head. Because a lot of the time I ride with a camera on top of the helmet as well. Got to be careful that doesn't catch, because that's caught me out quite a few times actually. All of a sudden the camera gets caught, and there you go. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this ride. I'm coming to the end of it now. And I really enjoyed that. Nice little morning ride. Good. Right, catch you on the next one. Hope you enjoy that. Subscribe to the channel. Check out the website, RevelatorAlf.com. And I say, a lot more content coming out on the Patreon account as well. So check that out too. Right, catch you on the next video. Ta-ra now.